Some secrets should remain buried.
I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I had car stuff and then I couldn't find my keys. And...
You don't get to just blow in here acting like you care all of a sudden.
I'm not acting. Ma is dead.
Read the will, please.
Your mother rarely spoke of her childhood.
She never spoke of it. And she always dodged our questions.
Well, in the end, she decided to talk.
I had promised myself I would take all of this with me to my grave. I didn't want to burden you with the weight of it.
But I must confess, Eleanor is not my real name.
Kobe, wait!
I had to protect you from the life I was forced to have.
I have a way that you can erase all your debts.
My daughter is only 16.
No better age for a wife.
In order to ensure my safety, someone would have to die.
None of this makes sense. I mean, did Dad know any of this?
With the stress of all these secrets weighing on her, she must have felt so alone. For the rest of my life, I'm gonna keep looking over my shoulder.
What are you running from?
Betrayal is a powerful thing, but love brings the light that will guide you out of your darkest moments.
How many more secrets was Ma keeping?
She has a story, our story. We just have to keep listening.
Some secrets are best left buried.
Here's to the past. May it not blow up our present.
This is your story too.
And I want to mention that you were on in June of 2013, like 700 episodes ago. It's kind of insane.
Oh my goodness. For some
Yeah.
reason I thought that we spoke after MFA. But no, this was a long time ago.
Yeah, really a long time ago. It was the web series.
Yes, Biernaus, yeah. Wow.
Biernaus, yeah.
It feels like a lifetime ago because
It is a lifetime ago for
yeah,
some, isn't it?
it literally is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
nice. I was
exciting.
saying also, it's nice to be able to see a career grow and to bring you back. And
Yeah,
although you look exactly the same,
thank you.
or I should say, we both do.
Yeah, I think so too.
No,
We haven't aged that
no,
much.
I would have been the one to age more.
I'm covering my grays, so
Good. Well, I mean, I like Gray. I better like Gray. How you been though?
I've been good. I've been good. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing, yeah, to think about 10 years ago because, you see people from that time period who have grown with me and who are doing amazing things now, and then
Right.
other people who pivoted and went on to do another career or dropped out or, it's just, yeah,
It's
it's
very true. Yeah,
a lot
I
of
know.
fun.
I'm exactly like if I look back around the time we were talking about, back to 20. I mean, a lot of the folks that were on and see where their careers have gone. It's pretty neat to see that.
Yes, absolutely. And looking at your podcast too, and just how many amazing people have been on since then. I was really excited to just get back in touch.
And now, and including then,
Yes, including
that
that.
there are amazing people on even then. Yeah, no, it's true, and I can't even imagine that I've been doing this that long. It's kind of mind-boggling. But it sort of has a life of its own. I'm just here trying to figure out what, not to fuck it up too much.
Yeah.
But
You
so
did great.
this series, was very pleased. I have to tell you, Natalia, very pleased. I thought this was
Thank
a
you.
great, really great show. It's called Black Cake. You've directed the first 3 episodes of the first season, right? So
That's right.
yeah,
Which was my first pilot, so it was a real honor to come in and help with MJ, the showrunner, establish what the show was going to look like and kind of help set the tone for the show.
Yeah. Well, how did you get the gig?
So it came to me, well, through my reps, obviously. I was working on Handmaid's Tale when I was given the script, and I was going from show to show last year, and so I was a little overwhelmed, to be honest, where I was like, oh, I don't even know if I have time to take on something else. It's a good place to be. And
Yeah.
but I read the script and I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with like the idea of having a show that spans multiple generations and takes place in different cultures. I grew up in multiple cultural backgrounds, so I related to that. And then I was also just really drawn to the generational trauma and how things are sort of carried through from one generation to the next, even if we don't know exactly what happened.
Right, because it is right. And by the way, another subplot or theme in the series is about family secrets,
Yes.
which you whether it's in your family or maybe just adjacent to your family, maybe I was always thinking that my family was as conventional, as you get, and yet when you dig a little, you
Yeah.
find out that actually no, it's very rare to have a family that doesn't have secrets.
Absolutely. And I think also for my parents' generation and generations before them, where it was kind of the norm, there was so much social pressure to keep some things under wrap. And there are secrets in my family that some people still haven't, only some people know about. Like only some people in the family member know about, and it's like still kept a secret from others. And for me, it's just like, I feel like it should all be out in the open, and we need to understand our history, but
right. Well, in the case of the main character, or I should say the catalyst character, which is the mother.
yes.
Remind me of her name. Just
Covey.
Kavi?
Covey, yeah.
Covey.
Well, then she becomes Eleanor.
Oh, right. So the whole this, which kind of suggests the whole issue here, she had to kind of go into herself. What's the right way of explaining? Kind of almost her own witness protection type of thing, except that she wasn't a witness, but she had to go into hiding and change her identity in order to protect herself because of incidents that took place when she was a very young woman, and with her own family, and withhold these secrets from her own children here in the States. Correct?
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
but so it goes exactly to what you're saying, that we don't know exactly why these siblings, these grown siblings, have been estranged, or they have a pretty estranged relationship, or at least tense relationship. But maybe they don't even weren't completely aware until we start to dig, as we said, right, into the families.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think she's leaving them a recording, knowing that she's on her deathbed, because if it's not really revealed now, they're never going to know the truth about their family.
Yeah. It's a great story. It's called Black Cake. It's on Hulu. You can watch the first, as Natalia and I speak, I think the first 6 episodes are online, available right now. Though, again, the first 3 are the ones that were really the best.
Thank you.
No, I don't want to.
Thank you.
You never know. I may get the other directors on here. But no, it's a really great acting. Great. I mean, really, there's what's so great. I mean, about the episodics, and that there are so many, and right now in the heyday of this, at least that so many actors are getting. I mean, especially I guess now we're coming out of this strike, but that there's just so many good actors on, and so much good writing. There's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
And many good directors.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing because it was a lot of the cast, they had never done something at this scale. So there was, we were finding people and bringing them in, or the showrunner was, and some really amazing discoveries in there. Simon Wang, who plays the father, I thought was just such a brilliant actor, wonderful to work with. And even Mia Isaac, who plays Covey, she's done a lot of indie features, but this was her being the lead of a TV show. And she's 19, and she is doing this show where she has like so many intense, dramatic scenes throughout the show,
Mhm.
and she just pulls it from I don't know where, but she killed it.
She acts
Yeah,
good.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
actor, yeah.
Where did you shoot? But it's a Caribbean American story, by the way. It's adapted from a novel by Charmaine Wilkerson, um, of the same title, right? It was a popular novel, Caribbean American novel, I guess. I'm guessing,
Yes,
and a favorite of President Obama's.
that's right. He has good taste.
He does.
Yeah, so we shot it in Jamaica. We shot it actually where the story takes place, which is a part of Jamaica called Portland Parish. It's
Okay.
about, you know, 2 hours, maybe more from Kingston. And it's on the other side of the island. It's a pretty rural part. It's not
Mhm.
where you're having the nice resorts or fancy hotels or anything
Less
like that.
tourism, in other words.
Less tourism.
Mhm.
But that was really important for the story to have it feel authentic to that place and the people who live there.
Mhm.
And you get some there's like, I don't know, for me, some locations, like there was the exterior of the church where they get married in the pilot was so special. It's just this church with a cemetery next to it in front of the ocean, and then definitely pulling in a lot of local people as day players or to be our background was really special to have the authenticity of the place. Like we didn't go to Dominican Republic to shoot this, you know.
No, that's great. Hey, tell me a little bit, because I saw it. Um, the scenes, there's some intense scenes in the water, even. So, was that shot in like a indoors? Those scenes in the water?
No, it was crazy. We were actually shooting it in the ocean at
Oh, you
night.
were? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
And
I mean, I can see it's not that hard to maybe to make it look like there's a storm. You just have to be creative. But it was pretty cool. I was wondering, where is Natalia out there in the boat or something?
I was out there in the boat, and we had some rain towers, we had jet skis making the water turn, and
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
had, wind machines. I mean, but you're still out in the elements. So, the water's salty and you can't touch the ground. Like yeah, it's part of just
Mm-hmm.
being part of nature there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I've never shot in a tank, but I think there was actually something even really special about shooting a hurricane scene in the ocean because it was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
even as a level of intensity for everyone on set.
Right. Yeah. 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 I bet. Well, again, it's called Black Cake. It's on Hulu. I recently switched on the insistence of my partner. She because I get Hulu, with my phone plans. A lot of information you're getting. And but I had to upgrade to a commercial free plan. So I'm recommending that too for people,
Yes.
spring a little bit of money to Hulu. Come on. And see Black Cake. Just a question, and we'll show a trailer at the start also, just so people know. Are you going to do any more, by the way, in future seasons, or
I don't know if what's the plan
okay?
right now, because it
Okay.
was initially concepted, I think, as a mini
Well,
series.
oh, yeah, I understand. It's a
Like a web
novel
series, I
with
mean.
a
Yeah.
storyline built in. That's right. But if
But
it
there's
does real well, they
potential.
sort of figure what they prequel and
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely potential because there's so many backstories of characters that weren't
right.
explored.
Sure.
So there's a
Yeah.
lot to go there. And yeah, for sure. I love that people involved would love to come back.
Now you mentioned before when we started, and I realized Black Cake is our main subject here. But you worked on the documentary Handmaid's Tale.
I did.
I,
I worked on
I
Handmaid.
on that great documentary series, by the way. I'm just trying to rub it.
Documentary series.
I'm trying to make a political point here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's intense. And
What's
just
now just real quick, and I because I don't want to take up much space with it, but I just was curious which episodes or which season or seasons did you work on?
yeah, so I actually did the last season. I
Okay.
did episodes 7 and 8, which if you haven't seen it, I won't say too much, but it's a pretty pivotal episode
Yeah.
where the
Right.
tables turn.
How is
And
that now that we've established that, and everybody loves The Handmaid's Tale? It's this enormous, it's kept Hulu on the top of the streamers, pretty much, or towards the top there. And my question is, how is it stepping into, like, you have these two different experiences? We've talked about Black Cake. You came in at the beginning. You had actually your part of your role was even establishing the tenor of the series and with the showrunner. How is it stepping into a highly successful show? It's got to be stressful for you. It's got to be intimidating. I'm just guessing, right? Because don't F it up, Natalia, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was intimidating. I was a huge fan of the show. When I was trying to get into television, it was on the top of my wish list. Like, I would
Really?
love to direct The Handmaid's Tale.
Wow.
And so then getting it felt enormous, and I was so excited to go into it. I was nervous because I'm working with every actor in it is just phenomenal and so talented that
Mhm.
you're almost like scared to even give them a note. You're like, can I even say?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
even try something else? But of course, like, everyone's just very lovely and welcoming, and we got into a groove pretty quickly. And yeah, and I felt very, very lucky to do it. It feels different than because you have so much support and everyone knows what they're doing. And the great thing about that show specifically, like, they bring back the same people over and over every year. So it really feels like a family. So you're like the new person in the
Right.
family.
It could be very difficult. Or, well,
Yeah.
it has its challenges, but
Yeah. It's like you want to, you have to just know how to do what's already been established, but also express your own voice in it. And I think Handmaids is a great show for that, because they do very much favor directors and encourage directors to bring their best to the table. It's not like you're just going in there to plug and play.
right. And clearly they wanted you,
Yeah.
because they could probably get any number of directors, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people like yourself would be really, really happy to get that gig, and you got it as opposed to them.
Right. Yeah. I think that was in part, well, I had already been doing television, so I had kind
Uh-huh.
of been working my way through shows. And from what I've heard, was they sent MFA, it was down to a few people. They sent MFA, my last feature, to the showrunner and Lizzie Moss and other people who are kind of making the final decisions. And I think that resonated with them and it worked out. But some of it's probably also luck. Like, maybe the other people who were in the running couldn't do it, or who knows, right? What ends up
Yeah.
happening. It's a little bit of
Yeah.
kismet.
Right. Well, I congratulate you on that, and I congratulate you with the Black Cake.
Thank
I
you.
think it's a special show. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to recommend people
Yes.
stream
Please
it right
watch.
after this conversation. Go and stream Black Cake. It's
Thank
on
you.
Hulu. Yeah. And we'll do this again, hopefully, soon. We don't have to wait another 600 episodes.
Hey, hopefully
By
I'll
then I
have
might
another
be
feature.
drooling, and what's that?
Hopefully I'll have another feature soon, so we can come back for that.
But yeah, I would
That
love
would
that.
be amazing.
Yeah, I'd be totally into that. I really would like to stay in touch.
Yes, me too.
And if you come up, are you in LA? I assume so.
I am. Yeah, I live in LA
Okay.
now. Where are you?
I'm in the Hudson Valley now, which is up, in the Rhinebeck, Woodstock,
Yeah, I love
Hudson.
that area.
Yeah. And there's a real big film community up here. So it's like, it's like almost like the satellite Brooklyn. They're
Right.
gonna hate People are gonna hate that I say such a thing, but
I'm with you.
specifically around film, I mean, not in
Yes.
general.
I know a lot of filmmakers from Brooklyn because I used to live in Brooklyn too.
I know that. Yes.
Yeah, then moved up
Right.
state.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
The more
And I was required by law to do the same. And
by law.
no, not really. All right. Well, this has been a treat.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, it's so nice to reconnect.
Same here. Yeah. All right. Well, have
Be in
a
touch.
good afternoon and evening ahead. Yeah. And I'll
Thank you.
talk to you again soon.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.